Well, good evening and welcome to Journey Ryan Live right here on My Psychic Connection. How's everybody doing tonight? It has been a wonderful weekend. I had an amazing time with my husband. It was our anniversary, 14 years together, working on number 15. So very excited about that. And we had just a great time, just so everybody knows, as I've seen people asking me already, how was my anniversary? It was amazing. So guys, I appreciate that and appreciate everyone being here. Guys, make sure we're sharing this far and wide as far as we can. We love the love, so share us out. Let's see some emojis and some great love being shared here. Guys, make sure that we are tuning in to our YouTube channel. Tonight, we have Mythology of Astrology, even though astrology may be misspelled. Just a little blooper just for you guys. We noticed it after it was already out, and we were like, we'll let it slide. We'll let it slide this time. But be sure that we'll be having that taken care of next time. But guys, tonight is the story of Pisces. So guys, if you're a Pisces, if you have Pisces in your chart, you know a Pisces. This is a great story, and just so you guys know, it will only be on our YouTube channel and iHeartRadio. So guys, make sure that you guys are tuning in to that. So make sure you're going over to My Psychic Connection Live on YouTube so you guys can check that out. It's absolutely awesome. And we hope to see you guys there. That'll be right after my show at 11 p.m. So guys, make sure we're tuning into that. Well, I hope everybody's weekend was good. How was everybody's weekend? Let's see some comments about the weekend. How was it for you? I know there was a lot of Capricorn and there was Capricorn and Pisces energy this weekend. A lot of it, but it was not bad. It was actually loving, very loving energy, but very direct. So you knew what it was. There was no doubt about the type of love you were receiving because, you know, how Capricorns and their directness, and they have a hard time with their emotions, but yet when they're feeling them, they're feeling them. So it was definitely a great weekend. So I hope everybody had a good one as well as I. I had an amazing weekend. And guys, let's see that love, guys. Let's see those love. Tap them screens. Show us the love. All those that are on YouTube, hit the thumbs up. If you're on Facebook, let's see those hearts. Let's see those emojis. Let's get it going, guys. I'd love to see all the love that you guys have to share. All right. And make sure we are sharing out far and wide. It is Black History Month. We've got about another week and a half left of Black History Month. But I wanted to tell you guys something good, something that no one really pays attention to. When you hear tarot cards, you think, oh, Rider-Waite. But Rider-Waite, there was somebody else added to it. Now you'll see Rider-Waite Smith. There's a reason for it. Pamela Smith, also known as Pixie Smith, was the creator of the illustrations that you see on the Rider-Waite deck. She was a Black woman who helped design. She was a psychic medium as well. And she was well known, and she was the one who created the illustrations for all of the cards that you see today. She is part of the reason why you see the fool and the dog, and he created the information that went along with it. And she did too. She was also a writer. She did put in as to what these cards meant. So she wasn't alone and he wasn't alone. They worked together as a team and created an amazing deck that most decks nowadays are based off of. That is the base and the foundation. I'm going to say about 99% of actual tarot cards, not Oracle, tarot. Okay, the oracle cards are something completely different. That's a whole nother animal. But they're not bad. The oracle cards aren't bad. I'm not saying that because I know some people are like, oh, I'll never read an oracle card. Oh, you know what? You, depending on the reader and how they understand the message and how to deliver that information to you is really, it's not kind of like, it's not the phone, it's the operator. It's not the cards, it's the operator. How are they interpreting those cards for the person that is communicating? So, you know, it's really cool that to put into Black history that most people don't realize that she was a part of the making of all that. So that's, to me, that's really awesome. And I love the fact that she was a part of that and she did not get recognized, not for a really long time, that she was a part of this situation. So the thing is that, you know, we need to learn to appreciate all history. That's the best part about it, is that we're all here together to learn and experience. And just like the stoplight, just like all the other things that we've learned throughout this month about Black history, is that they play a very important part, just like you do, just like everybody else does. We're all people at the end of the day. Remember that. No matter your color of skin, no matter your sexual orientation, no matter who you are, you're still a person at the end of the day. Your feelings are just as valid as anyone else's. So spread love, not hate. That's what I say. Spread love, not hate. I know there are days where you just want to smack somebody. Try to pull that back in. Don't go around smacking people. You get yourself in trouble. All right, guys. Well, let's get this party started and let's see who we have tonight on our list. Guys, you want to check out what I was just talking about? Her name is Pamela Coleman Smith. She was a Black lady that helped create those tarot cards. Well, let's see who we got first on our list tonight. All right, we're starting off with a mini read with Megan T. Says, hey, Journey. Lesbian prom was good. I did have a blast and I went solo. I met 2 women. One I connected with more. We will call her S. Was that who you were referring to when you said I'll meet someone? Yes. There is another person coming though, Megan. So S is definitely a great energy. I feel like you guys are going to get along really well. Strong connection. I see more communication coming between the two of you. But here's the thing. When you find something or someone good in your life, the energies, the universe always tests us to say, hey, look at these keys, and tries to distract us to communicate with others. In this case, I'm going to say no to the new person trying to walk in, grabbing your attention. Do not do it. It's not worth your time. The thing is that the energy that I see with this person, I feel like she still has her ex in the picture. The ex is still kind of lingering around, but the odds of her and her ex actually getting back together are slim to none. Like very slim. I don't really feel like she wants to go with the ex. What I see with her when it comes to the ex is trying to kind of get closure to the situation. She's also friends with my sister, and that kind of complicates things. Well, you know, I don't really feel like she's going to go on blast telling your sister everything. So you'll be okay there. The other thing is that the energy that I see circling it is I do feel like she's a good person. And even though that you're seeing that little bit of a red flag when it comes to being friends with your sister, don't allow that to complicate the relationship. Don't let anything hold you back at this point. We ended up making out, told me to text her, and I did, but she never texted me back. She will. I do. Like I said, I see more conversations happening. I do feel like she felt like she got ahead of herself there for a moment. So she kind of took a step back, but nothing to worry about. Like I said, she's good. There's more conversations coming. I do feel like the girl that you recently are estranged from right now comes back into the picture. Someone new is going to come into the picture as well. And this girl is going to be in the picture. So it's going to be a lot of decisions for you coming up as I'm looking at this situation where you're going to have to choose, who do I want? Said, I also haven't heard from my ex, but she's been watching my stuff. Right. And you talking about going to the prom and you talking about doing any of this stuff is only going to give her just a little tad of jealousy. And you know what? It isn't going to hurt her. You know, the thing is that the energy that I see circling, all the things that are going on around you right now really show me that you are going in the right direction, and the opportunity for love is very strong as we go into March. So apparently by the end of this month, you're going to be able to make your decision on who it is that you want to be with and start an actual relationship that has strength and stability. Now, I am going to say this. This girl that you met at prom, sweet girl, good communication, it's good energy. I don't feel like it's a mistake to go back with your ex, because I do feel like she's going to be coming back into the picture. And I do feel like she realizes what she's looking for, what she wants now. So I don't want you to think that she's just saying that because, oh, you possibly have met somebody else and she doesn't want you to be with anybody with anybody else but her. That's not the case. She actually starts to realize that she made some mistakes and that she needs to open up before you move on. She didn't realize that if you're going to, if you're going to cut me out of your life, then I'm just going to move on. And I'm glad you did that, because it makes her wake up and realize, hey, I'm not playing games here. I really want love. Don't mess with me. I'm just looking for real love. I'm looking for someone to love me, support me, be there for me. So the energy that I saw there, absolutely amazing. So this really wakes her up to say, hey, I want this. I don't want anybody to have this. I don't want anybody to have you. So, and I rarely tell people to go back to their exes, due to the fact that I usually see it like a dumpster fire of problems that never get solved. And then they just be held as torpedoes to shoot you in the face with later. And in this case, I don't feel like that's the case, because she's the reason why. And I'm going to tell you, don't hold that like a torpedo to shoot at her face later on either. So the thing is that the energy is strong. The energy is good. I feel like you're going to get yourself in the situation that you need to be in. And I see you going with, even though you have a new option, this girl from the prom, the ex coming in, still to me showing me that she's going to win. And she wins your heart over, because there's already emotions. There's already connection. There's already feeling there. So don't think that the ex is gone, because she's still showing up in your reading. Even with these other people in your life, she's still going to come back in, and she's still going to try to win you back over. I do feel like I'm connected with S a lot more than I did with my ex. But see, here's the thing. By you even saying that, to admit that, to feel that energy, like I said, you have a choice. You're allowed to go any direction you want. It was more fluid connection. Right. But you're scared about the sister connection, which I don't feel that you have to worry about. But in this case, I still feel that there's love there for the ex, and that's still kind of overpowering it at the moment. But you have free will. You have a choice. And that's why I said at the beginning, you've got the choice of who you want to be with. There's 3 people you'll have a choice to be with. So you get to choose which one of those people you'd like to be with. I do feel like the connection right now is still stronger with the ex, due to the fact that you have a past. You guys have a connection. She's trying hard, which you were trying to get her to get there in the first place. And the girl that is friends with your sister, that part of it freaks you out a little bit. My sister basically said she couldn't be friends with her if we started dating, laugh out loud. I wouldn't even listen to that at all, because your sister will still be friends with her. I didn't see that being a problem or an issue. And I think it's more along the lines of the sister would get upset if you got hurt. Believe it or not. I don't think you believe that part, but I'm going to tell you that is the real reason. And honestly, they talk about their partners and stuff like that, so to have that conversation could be good or it could be bad in that situation, but doesn't also doesn't want to be dragged into anybody's relationship either. But I don't see your sister being the reason why you and S wouldn't date. But you do have the option there with S. It's a stronger connection than the new person that I see trying to get your attention. I don't really feel like the new person even stands a chance at this point. So you can just throw that person and just say, thank you. And, be nice, of course, and courteous. But I just don't see the new person with their connection being strong enough to break through your X's or S's connection. But you're at this time, I kind of thought my sister was setting us up, though. No. Try to keep the sister out of it if you can. But the thing about it is that at this moment, even though you're more fluent with S, the connection to the X is still strong. And I'm going to say that that's the reason for that is because there is a history. So there is a love there. The heart did open up for that. And with S, S is new. You're still trying to get comfortable. So not quite the connection there as of yet. You're building it up. You'll get there. And it's good energy. Like I said, S was good energy. I liked S's energy. I like S's energy better than the X's energy. Clearly, it seems like you kind of feel that way. But currently, with the energies the way they are, if the X walks back in, I really feel like she could persuade you to go her direction versus S's direction. So that's why I said you have to make a choice. You need to make sure that you know exactly which one of these people you want in your life. Don't allow anybody to make that decision for you. It is yours to make, Megan. But the X will be back. S is going to stick around with more communication. I do know the sister's comment kind of threw her off for a minute, but I do know that she's going to reach out to you. So don't think that she won't reach out to you. But again, I'm not going to go off the reading and try to agree with you about S being the one that you're choosing, because at the current moment, the energy, I have to go with what I'm seeing, and it's still showing me with your X. So just know you have a choice. Free will choice is yours. You make it. But I do see 3 options for you. So you went from having none to having too many. Which is a great thing, because not everybody gets 3 to 4 people to choose from. But in this case, yes, you do. You have that option. You have the ability to choose who you want in this situation and who you're more drawn to, who you're more connected to, where your heart is. Don't settle for less. Do what you've got to do for you, because that makes all the difference. Okay? I hope that helps, Megan. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right. Sorry, guys. On my days, I have to work and do a couple things. All right. And Megan says, thank you, Journey. You are welcome. You are welcome, sweetheart. Don't you worry about that. Not bad choices, just a couple to choose from. Follow your heart, Megan. It's not going to lead you wrong. You know what you want and what you're looking for. But the option is there with your X and with S. This new person, they just don't have a strong enough drive to keep you interested. So I felt like you would bail out on that relationship before anything. All right. And it's really hard to do, especially when we're trying to get into relationships and you're like, oh my God, I think I found this person and I really like them, and you really connect with them. And all of a sudden, one of your exes comes back, a new person comes into your life. Someone you wanted to date it all of a sudden starts paying attention to you. It's like the universe is tempting you, but it's about making the choices for you. What is good for you? Don't make your choices based on lust. Make your choices based on how you feel, the connection, how you want to be treated, what's going on there. That's the biggest things. Like, what is it that you truly want that's going to make all the difference? All right. It's a very hard choice. Don't want to be in Megan's shoes because she's going to have all this attention all at once. And it's definitely hard. It's one of those hard things to do. But but she'll make the right choice for what is good for her. All right. Who do we got next on this beautiful list? All right, we got a mega reading. Woo woo. We got with Down and Over. All right. Down and Over 12. Wonder if there's a little like subliminal message in this name. Just say it. Just say it. All right. It says, Journey, my weekend with Nick was amazing. I can't believe how amazing and beautiful he is to me. I feel like speaking to my kids about seeing him. I feel they will understand, but I feel it will be something with my oldest child. Who cares what he thinks? Anyways, I fear that a bit, and will he actually want to be official, and how long will that take? Should I keep it on the low still? I do worry my oldest might tries to size him up, and I won't stand for that. Okay. First of all, let's go here. Does your oldest snore in your face? Does your oldest pay your bills? No, if my psychic mind is correct, which I'm pretty sure it is, he keeps running to mama to pay his bills, to feed him, to do this for him, to do that for him. So what he thinks doesn't matter. He's over the age of 18, out on his own, playing house with his girlfriend. Let him play house. That's his house. He can boss people around over there. As a matter of fact, I like the fact that you would have somebody there to back you up. And I'm going to tell you right now, Nick's not going to let anyone size him up. No matter how big, no matter how tall, that's not going to bother him. He has got a totally different demeanor. And he's not trying to cause problems, but he won't let someone step up to him. He just won't do it. He won't put up with that. So as it comes down to what's going on with you and your family, I do feel like it's a little, she says, laugh out loud. You're right. I don't want him to be rude. He did it to his dad. He's a hothead. Yeah. Well, he can use that hothead to keep his house warm. His heating bill must be like $0. He needs to mind his business. He needs to mind his business. He doesn't need to be in your life in that situation. He needs to be able to respect you. Yes, you're right. Okay, so when it comes down to your oldest and how your dating life is going, like I said, it has nothing to do with him. He knows that you're protective of your children, your younger children. So in order for you to invite somebody into your home like that and allow them to be around them, clearly you trust that person and you trust them 100%. Yes, he's going to try to come over like he's Billy Badass. The answer to that is he's not allowed to come over. Not until the foundation between your youngest and Nick is built. You do not want his influence influencing your children because you know what he does. He's toxic. He has a toxic energy. And he does this because he feels like he owns everything. He feels like everybody owes him something. No one owes him shit. He decided that he wanted to play house. He wanted to make babies. He got a girl. They don't want to get married. I mean, there's a lot of things that he's not doing. So the oldest is the least of your problems. Says, Nick is awesome. My young kids, I feel, will be okay with Nick. They will be. They see he makes me happy. Exactly. That's what they want in your life. That's what they've been wanting in your life is happiness. No more darkness, no more sad, no more tears. Mom's being cool right now. Mom's happy. She's smiling. She's singing again. By the way, I was just told you're singing again. And you're like ready to dance. Are you dancing in your kitchen? Or is that in your bedroom? No, it's in your kitchen. You're being goofy. That's what you're doing. You're being goofy. Something you haven't been doing for a long time. You haven't been goofy in years. You're being goofy. You're being fun. You're playful. You're dancing. You're singing. You're wanting to cook. Better music is being played. Oh, thank God. I'm pretty sure Alanis Morissette's ready to take her break. She says, yes, dancing. Yes, I'm cooking. Good. The thing about it is that don't allow anybody to snatch your happiness. And you know damn good and well that the oldest is going to try to snatch that from you. Because if there's somebody else in your life that can also say no when he's asking for something, that's going to piss him off. Because he automatically assumes that he's going to just get from you because for the last 3 years, he's been able to do that. He's walked all over you. Laugh out loud. Will he ever ask me to be someone special in his life? Yes. He's taking it a little bit slower because he doesn't want to scare you off. She says, yes, I feel my son will see him as a threat about getting what he wants. Good. 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 And I feel as though if you've got somebody telling you no, you're going to not want to piss the person off that makes you feel so good because he's done wrong and you're paying for his mistakes. Those are not your mistakes to pay for. Those are his burdens to bear. You don't need to be taking on that burden that doesn't belong to you. It's not yours to bear. He needs to be able to realize. Now, I'm not saying that, you don't love him, because that's not it. But sometimes tough love is something that's needed, especially with kids, because, I can do what I want. My mom will buy me. But no, your mom won't buy you everything you want. You got a job. You wanted to play house. You were warned about how much children cost. This is what he's got to deal with. The thing is that the energy that I see with this, don't let anybody step in the way. Nick's not going to let anybody step in the way. I do feel like we're going to get a closeness. Journey, he really is crazy about me. Does he see me in his life? Yes. There's no second guessing about that. He does not want you to go anywhere. Honey, you ever heard that song by Sugarland, Stuck Like Glue? Yes. That's the perfect song. I know, I just did it. Now she's going to go Google Music it or Spotify it or whatever and start singing that one. And her kids will thank me later for that. As I get yelled at by them. She says, I love this. Yeah, I mean, Nick's not going anywhere. Your son's not going to scare him off. Your kids aren't going to scare him off. He'll be there for them. Says, I'm on it. Apple Music. Got it. All right, cool. But the thing is that you are, you're happy. I don't see the kids that live there do not want to see you sad anymore. They want to see you happy. This is an adjustment for them. At first, they weren't too thrilled about you going on a date. But now they really don't see it as a bad thing. They're actually seeing this is bringing you joy. You're feeling good about yourself. You're, allowing the happiness to flow through the house. Like I said, you're being goofy with them. You're being fun with them. They like that. They want more of that. That's the mom they miss. They've been missing that part of mom. And now they're getting it back. So awesome. That's That's freaking amazing. But the thing is that don't let anybody step in the way. Don't let anybody, especially your oldest. He'll rain on any parade. He'll rain on any parade. Just like when your best friend was there. He thought he was going to step up and size somebody until he realized the size of your best friend and realized that your best friend don't play. That kind of threw him back a little bit. Knocked him down a few pegs, which was good because you needed that. Because he felt like he was controlling you. Nick, he's not going to back down either. That's the thing. It's like your best friend. He's not going to back down. Doesn't care how big, how small, how short, how tall, how fat, how skinny. It don't matter. That energy is going to be like, whoa, no. You're not going to talk to me like that and disrespect me. There'll be a quick line drawn. I do feel as though that communicating and talking about relationships and things like that is going to be good. Thank you, Journey. I wanted to bring him around, but I feared that my best friend is awesome, by the way. But the thing is that don't fear it. But before doing it, I'm going to say before doing it, I'm going to tell you to sit them down and communicate with them and let them know that you want them to meet somebody that's special to you and give them the opportunity gives you the opportunity to test the waters for one, which I don't really feel like is a bad idea. And I feel like it'll go over okay. At first, they're going to be nervous about it. Yes, sir. Yes, I totally agree. But just know that the energy that I see circling it, everything that is happening around this is all in positivity. It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. Okay? I know there are fears about what other people are going to... People may talk. People may... You know what? Those people don't snore in your face. Those people don't do anything for you. At the end of the day, if you're happy, that's all that matters. Okay, thank you. Don't let other people influence what you've got going on for you, which makes you be your most beautiful self. Because, girl, these last few weeks, you've been singing around and just having a good time, and I can see the total difference in your energy. And I'm going to tell you right now, this one's a keeper. So, congratulations. Congratulations, but do not let other people interfere, especially your oldest son. He's grown and out of the house. He has no say-so. You're so right. Thank you, Journey. Amazing. Oh, I love it. Good. Your son doesn't have a say-so. He doesn't live there. He's grown. He's grown. Bye, Felicia. Grown. No live here. I stopped feeding you 3 years ago. No, that's not true. You still feed him because you're buying his groceries. Stop doing that, by the way. He wants groceries, beans, and rice. He wants something more than that. It's called a better job. All right. This is what happens when you decide to go play house and make a bunch of babies that you can't afford. All right. Well, thank you, Down and Over 12. Appreciate you. And I'm going to figure out what that name means. I'm going to figure it out. There's a subliminal message in there. Even Audrey was getting a reading out of your reading. She's like, oh, damn. She says, oh, God, Journey, laugh out loud. I feel her so much. Laugh out loud. Yes, sometimes we care for our kids. We love our kids. We will do anything for them, but they do not control you. And sometimes they live outside their means. How did you learn? I know how I learned. It's called crash and burn. My parents were like, oh, you think you know everything? Good luck with that. I crashed, I burned, I realized, and then I grew up because I had to. But I did it quickly. Mind you, I crashed and burned at 15. I was out of the house, graduated high school. I was out. So I learned real fast. I wasn't Mr. Know-It-All. I'm like, oh, I had a 4.2 GPA, blah, blah. Yeah, only gets you so far. Common sense gets you further. Realizing you have to grow up even further. So, teenage years, you think you know everything. Very early 20s, you start to realize you don't. Some. But, all right. Well, thank you so much, Down and Over. I appreciate your question. Who do we got next on this beautiful list? A mini reading. Sorry, I almost said mediumship. A mini reading with Colleen. Hey, Colleen says, are there any changes or challenges and issues that will come up and interfere with the long-term future guy one? Or do you see a lasting relationship connection once we come together this summer? Okay, so remember, you have to go through the trial and error of the situation. You've got guy one that you're going to date, and he sucks. Guy two, which you met first but aren't together with, will be the real connection. Because so both of you are kind of going to go through your own little song and dance where you're in a relationship. He's kind of seeing somebody, but it's not a real relationship. Just kind of seeing the person. And I really kind of feel like it's like, I'm going to fill my time with somebody, but you're not who I want to be with. And at the drop of a hat, dumped. Whoever that person is, they're not really together, but that person wants it to happen. And that could be a little bit of a problem after the fact, but I don't really see it getting to you. Colleen, I really feel like you're going to enjoy the energy so much and the connection so much that it's not going to bother you. You're going to be like, you're just mad that you can't have what you want, but I got it. Too bad. Move on. Again, another bye, Felicia. I think we need to make t-shirts that say that. But the thing about it is that with your situation and the way that things are going, yes, guy one is just kind of like helping you get back into the dating scene because you're really rusty. It's like riding a bicycle. You get on a couple and then you're like, okay, I figured it out. I'm back. So you're going to learn that. You're going to learn what you want and what you don't want by making the mistakes with the first one. And that's good. You would rather make those mistakes with the first one than you would the second one. The second one's the guy that I see long-term plans and a stronger connection to. Here's the thing, though. I need you to bring back your energy. You're flooding way too much energy in the guy, too. Your connection's way too strong there. Kind of pull it back just a tad. Just a little bit. That's a little bit, because I feel all your energy going to guy 2, because this is the thing with readings. Knowledge is power. You have the knowledge of this relationship and wanting it to happen. She says, I know it doesn't feel good. Right. And when he's talking to other people, it's like a stab to the gut. It's like a stab to the gut. Don't let that, you cannot let that get to you, because you're going to be in a relationship too. Like I said, that relationship's not going to be the forever. I thought it was like a couple weeks, maybe a month that relationship would last. I wouldn't really call it I call it the test drive. You're test driving somebody else to figure out how to date. So, that's the tester car. You go beat that one up and then you're like, okay, I'm ready for a new car. So this is where you're going. So that'll be the direction in which you head. You've got a good connection with guy 2. Guy 2 likes his connection with you as well. But guy 2 is not ready to commit to anybody yet. Guy 2 looks like he's fresh to the single market and is not quite ready to jump right into another relationship. So that is something that is causing a little bit of a not yet. And I think it's best that you guys wait, because this will be a summer relationship. But this first guy that you're going to end up dating or seeing I'm going to call it seeing because a month is not really dating. Anything past 6 weeks, we get past 6 weeks, then I say you guys are dating. But at that point, you guys are just seeing each other. I don't see that relationship going very well. He does the same thing, kind of seeing somebody. It's not into it. He finds himself thinking about you, Colleen. But you are got to allow yourself to be open. And I do feel like you're closed off, but you're open. You're definitely open to him. That's why I'm like, pull it back, because I don't want you to get hurt over something that this was not your time. So you can't get hurt about a relationship that's not your time yet. Okay, so just lean into all the first experience has to offer. Right, which isn't much. It's like going to the Dollar Tree with 50 cents. Everything's $1.25 now, and you only got 50 cents, and you're like, it's just not gonna work. So the thing is that the energy is good, and it gets you back into the mindset of dating and what you want and what you don't want, and not to force yourself into a relationship with anybody. And it also helps you with timing. It also helps you with feelings, because all of your energy going into this other guy, like I said, don't allow other people that are dating or seeing him get to you, because that seems to be what's kind of like just like pulling you back. It's not giving you the best feeling. So don't let that absorb you. Don't let that take you all in. Don't let that, take away from what's going on. Allow yourself to experience what you need to experience with the first guy so you can get what you want out of a relationship. Because right now you feel like, oh, you know what? This is what I want in a relationship. That's what I want. You can say that to yourself all day, but then you get into a relationship and then you're like, oh, I really know what I want now. I want this, I want that. And that's where you get that flow of energy that you're looking for. And he's going to go through the same thing. This is what I really want. So both of you you're fresh out of a divorce. He's fresh out of whatever the hell he was in. It doesn't look like it was engagement or something. And now you guys are both going back into the dating world. Neither one of you want to be each other's rebounds, because there's a real connection there. And there is a fear about connecting to somebody so quickly. So don't allow yourself to put any negative thought into him possibly talking to anybody else, because whatever's going to happen there is not something that lasts. So I don't want you to feel like, oh, great, he's looking at Tina. He wants Tina. He's going to be with Tina. No, he's not. Just like, oh, I'm going to call the new guy Bob. I don't know his name. We'll call him Bob. You're off dating Bob, and he sees that. And he's like, oh, she's with Bob. She don't want to be with me. Okay. You both are going to go through that. And the funny thing is that while you're both wanting each other, you're seeing other people. And then both of you are going to be like, nah, bye, next. That's when you guys come together and communicate. That's when you guys start talking deeper. We're talking on not just that intellectual level that you have right now that's sweet and it's cute and damn, you're sexy type energy. It's like, what I want in a relationship. This is what I want in a relationship. Oh my God, blah, blah, blah. We want the same things. Ha, ha, ha. Drinks are happening. Real connections being built. Now there's a bond being built. It's not just like, oh, we're friends and we can talk about anything. This is, oh, you're hot, I'm hot. We like the same things. There's a bond being built. There's romance starting to happen. Colleen, that's where it's at. I know you want it now. We all want it right now. We're in a world that's so fast. We get everything that we want so quickly. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, I want this. Oh, 2-day shipping. Perfect. I want a burger. Done in 5 seconds. The only thing in this world that hasn't changed is how people feel and how people build up their energy. That's still a process. It still takes a lot of time. And it takes effort, which a lot of people don't like to put forth effort. As I'm sure you know, being in the dating world, a lot of people don't put forth effort. So the thing is that allow this time to pass, allow yourself to experience what you need to experience. But at the end of the day, second relationship, that's where it's at. So don't allow yourself to get caught up in that negativity. Allow yourself to breathe, allow yourself to do what you need to do. But I really feel like things are going to come together for you. Colleen, thank you so much for your question tonight. I appreciate you. She says, thank you so much. So grounding for me. Laugh out loud. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Yes, grounding. If you have to, put your hands in the dirt. Put your hands in the dirt. Plant a flower. Plant a tree. Whatever you got to do. Get your hands in the soil. That will ground you faster and stronger than anything else. Excuse me, guys. I got hiccups. All right. We're going to keep on going here. We got about 15 minutes left of this show before we go over to our next show, which is Mythology of Astrology with Psychic Squirrel. She's going to be talking about the story of Pisces right here on our YouTube channel. So, guys, make sure you guys tune into that. It is in 15 minutes after this show. So let's keep it going. Who do I have next on the list? Oh, we got Rebecca. It says, hi, Journey. Why do some people constantly forget things I need or something I have to do? Sometimes I feel like I need an attention spell for people who are supposed to be there for me. Laugh out loud. Well, the thing about it is that people are so worried about themselves that they're not thinking about the things that you've asked them. They're thinking about 101 other things. And that right there is causing the problem. And so have them write it down, text them all the information, make sure they're looking at the text. You've got to keep them focused on their task at hand. They're focused on too many other things. So don't allow that to, try not to let that bother you too much. But, you know, when it comes to having other people do things for you, I would honestly write it down or text it to them so that way they can't forget anything. And then while they're doing what they're asking, say, hey, don't forget, and then resend the list. So just make sure that you're communicating with them. That's going to be the biggest thing for you. It's going to be able to help you. It's going to be able to get you what you need currently. But I definitely feel as though, yeah, I mean, it's all about that communication. Unfortunately, it just isn't quite. She's like, for real. But the thing is that text them. Keep reminding them. You got to keep them focused because they're too busy off in la la land doing 1,000 other things. She goes, I think I am too organized. I expect them to be the same. I don't get that you're too organized. I feel like you're prepared for yourself. You like to be organized. But for them, you got to remind yourself to remind them to stay on the task and to stay focused. So that way they're reminded. Other than that, yeah, they're not as organized as you. No, I don't feel like you expect them to be you, but you do expect them to give what you've asked. And when they've asked you, do you need something? Rebecca, she says, got it. Thank you. You are welcome, sweetheart. Not a problem. All right, guys, we're going to keep on going and go ahead and take the next person on the list, which is Sabrina. Sabrina C says, I'm starting to go out with mums and bums. Is this how I end up meeting the new man that is coming? Going out, yes. Going out and doing things is definitely how you're going to meet. That's how you're going to meet this new person. So yes, I feel like you're on the right path with that, but I really feel like you need to be open to communicate now. So now when you're going out, make sure you're communicating, make sure you're talking, make sure you're putting on that brave face, that great smile, the big energies to draw somebody in, because you don't want to be having a certain energy about yourself that keeps people at bay. You want to be able to draw them in, put a smile on your face, talk to people, talk about anything. Oh, that dress looks great on you. I love your hair like that. Oh, where did you get them shoes? Oh, I like them jeans. It shows off your ass great. Whatever you got to say to get your whatever attention out. But be sure that you're being sociable. So you need to be very social at this time. Going out with your friends and doing what you need to do is definitely going to help. So, but be open to communicate. Just going out is not going to do it. You have to put forth effort to be wanting to communicate with people. That's the big thing here. Make sure that you're willing and open to communicate with people. And I feel like you'll be fine. I don't feel like there's any problem there. And I do feel like you're going to find somebody that, is going to be what you want and who you're looking for. So allow yourself to be open. Allow yourself to be free. Don't put yourself in a dungeon. Don't cuff yourself up. Don't say, don't do this. Be yourself. Allow yourself to be you. That's what I was going to say there. All right. Sabrina, thank you so much for your question. I do appreciate it. All right. We've got our next question, which is Sophia. Or Sophie. Yeah, Sophia. All right. Hello. Any idea when I will be meeting someone new, and where will I meet him? So when it comes to location, I don't feel like it's far from where you are currently. And the thing is that the energy that I see circling it, everything I see coming about is energy that I feel as though you are, I don't know, it's like friends, barbecue. This is someone that someone else knows, going to a barbecue, doing something to that nature, a get together, a gathering of some kind. I don't know specific, but I don't feel like it's far from where you currently reside. So I don't feel like it's in another state or another country or, across the world. This is someone that's local. And this is someone who is new to the area and knows somebody that that's going to bring them in. So when being invited to places, being invited to go out, being invited to hang out with friends, do so. Allow your social time to be open. Allow yourself to go out and do things. Stop huddling in the house. You're not going to find FedEx is not going to bring your man. I mean, unless it's mail ordered, but I definitely highly suggest against that. But the thing is that I definitely feel as though that this person is going to be in a social group with somebody that is new. They're not connected to your social group normally. And I definitely feel like this is going to be how you meet this person. And we're not far from it, but this seems more like spring. So we're probably at the end of March going into April. Because spring is the 20th of March this year. I think I'm right. Yeah. 20th. And that's about the time frame that I see the doors opening, being more social, getting out. So get out there, girl. So get out there. Don't allow yourself to be stuck. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Sophia. I appreciate you. And let's see what we got next on the list. We got Jennifer P. Jennifer says, when will I receive a response back from the attorney I sent a letter to, and will they give me the information I have been waiting for? So when I do see communication. I do see that communication. I definitely feel like you'll be able to get what you're looking for, and how long it's going to take. I really do feel like it's going to take just a little bit more time. I don't feel like you're going to be waiting forever. I would say probably about 2 weeks is what I'm seeing. So we're in the beginning of March. When that information comes through, I actually see more than just a letter. I'm seeing communication to get the understanding of everything that you need. So that's a big thing here for you. And I feel like the energy that I see brings happiness. So I'm going to say this is exactly what you've been waiting for. So I'm seeing happiness with this situation. But remember to follow everything that the lawyer has provided for you. That is something I'm being shown here. is don't skip a step. Make sure you do everything correct and move forward. But you've got this. You've got this. All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Appreciate your question, Jennifer. All right. Guys, we've got one more question tonight because this is the last question of the night. And who do we got? We got Audrey. All right. Audrey says, hi. Should West be looking all together? Should West look all together a job with a different company than Knife River? He is so stressed out. His stress is stressing me more. Okay. So yes, Audrey, I definitely feel like he needs to open up his horizons beyond the one. Remember what I kept saying? He needs to go outside of his bubble. That's exactly what he needs to be doing. He needs to be looking outside of where he's at. He needs to be looking outside of that company. You guys don't need to be looking within that company. That company is on a hard time right now. And I feel like the energy is definitely going to be changing for you. So don't allow yourself to get stuck where you're at. Don't allow yourself to get don't allow him, honestly, and don't allow his stress to take you down. Just talk to him. Try to talk to him kindly. I know it's hard to do, especially when he's yelling and throwing things around and acting like a fool, and you just want to smack him. And she put, yes. But the thing is that you're going in the right direction. You're going to be able to move forward. I feel like things are going in the right way. So, like I said, you guys will move south. You will not stay where you're at. I see an opportunity that is far away from where you're at. I do not believe it's within the same state that you reside in. I do feel like you're going to be able to move away. Now, that is going to come. Now, I'm not going to say that he's not going to get something temporary around there, and it's not, because he will. I do see a job that he can get currently where you guys are at, but it is not this is not the I'm staying here job. This is the job that gets you by until you find the job that he really wants that takes you out of here. So she said he's amazingly talented in every form, and he is so depressed. And I don't see him throwing things, but maybe in private. You know what I meant? I meant like throwing the hands. I didn't mean like actually throwing things. Like just, I've had enough. Like we're done. But the thing is that he can do what he needs to do. And I feel like he's got this. All right, guys. Well, that is the end of our show, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget, right after the show, we're going to be on our YouTube channel with the Mythology of Astrology with Psychic Squirrel. And then tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern, we're going to be here with Destiny K, Divine Love and Light. So, guys, make sure you guys tune into that show. We've got a whole week full of shows for you guys. Make sure you're looking at our YouTube and our Facebook channels to see what shows are coming up next. Guys, we do appreciate you guys being here, and we'll see you again tomorrow.